You know what we do really well, Sal?
What do we do?
We wing it.
Oh, no. That was the best.
Is that a good dad
I've ever heard in my entire life.
I worked on that
So
one.
we had a question the other day on, God, that joke's got me giggling now.
It's so, funny.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So we had a question the other day on our podcast, Mind Pump, about shoulder imbalance where one shoulder sags. And I had made the comment that sometimes it's due to what's called shoulder blade winging, which I'm trying to do here. I don't know if you could see that on video, Doug. That's when one of the shoulder blades kind of sticks out a little bit. It's actually more common than people think, and it has to do with the stabilizers of the shoulder blade itself and the shoulder, and primarily the serratus anterior muscle. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you some exercises that will help you build stability in your shoulder blades, especially if you have winging.
Right, so we need to reconnect with that entire process.
Exactly.
So what's the first exercise you got for me here,
So
Sal?
first exercise is going to be done here with the band. Now Justin's going to grab that in one of his hands. We're going to use you as the demo dummy. And I want you to face this way like you're going to do a press. Okay, so the start position, Justin's got nice posture, tall chest. Arm is going to stay totally locked in this position. Now, Doug, if you can come around to one of the sides there, you can kind of see how the shoulder blade's pushing back. Now, what he's going to do here, without twisting his body, is he's just going to roll that shoulder forward. It's like he's trying to push forward with the straight arm and then let that shoulder come back. Then he's going to push forward with that arm and let that arm come back. So remember, the arm stays totally straight. You're letting the shoulder blade come back, and then you're rolling it forward. So you're literally trying to roll that shoulder forward without twisting the body. And what this is doing is it's working that serratus muscle, which helps stabilize the scapula. So that's exercise number one.
Right, you really want to be conscious of keeping your body in the same place and not letting your shoulder kind of twist and rotate to go with that, or bending your elbow. So
exactly.
All those things.
Arms got to stay totally straight the entire time, and you roll forward and come back, and that helps strengthen that the serratus muscle. The next movement I'll demo. It's done on the floor. Maybe Justin can kind of walk you guys through a little bit, but it starts in this push-up position right here.
Okay, so now what Sal's going to do without bending his elbows at all, he's just going to drop his body down and allow his shoulder blades to retract here, and then he's going to press his way back up out of that, spreading them apart. So the focus entirely with this is right here with what his shoulder blades are doing in this exercise. So that way he's applying these nice gravitational forces to it and then pressing his way out and isolating that particular part of his shoulder blade.
It's actually a lot more difficult than it seems. Keeping the arms totally locked is hard because I want to do a push-up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's counterintuitive. So that's the first thing, is really to just focus on trying to maintain this position almost like an extended plank, but now allowing your body to be able to drop into position.
Now, I like to tell people to push themselves away from the floor and then just let their body fall in between their shoulders. What you don't want to do is this in between. Don't let the body sag. Just let the upper body fall and then push the floor away without using the elbows.
Keep that nice rigid kind of plank positioning with that.
Yes, and then lastly, we're going to show you a movement that we had included in our MAPS Prime Pro program. It's a movement we learned from a movement specialist that we really respect, Dr. Justin Brink. We're going to need the wall back here for this particular demo. So these are called scapular circles on the wall.
Scapular circles. You want to kind of find a good spot on the wall or a corner of the wall where you can lean at like a 45-degree angle. So you're going to reach out and have that extended arm position with the elbow locked. And then we're going to go with the shoulder actually making contact with the wall here.
Now I'm going to come around here. His shoulder blade is touching the wall. He's keeping it against the wall. Now what he's going to do while keeping the arm straight, fingers pointing straight, is he's going to let the shoulder shrug up. Then he's going to bring it back, then down, and then forward. And then the idea is to create this circular motion while staying in contact with the wall. Notice how his fingers are always pointing in the same direction, and his arm is totally straight, and he's not losing contact with the wall. His body's staying rigid. He's not twisting or turning to compensate for this movement.
And then you can also go in reverse of that too. So we come back, we retract, we come up and elevate, protract, and then back down. So this is just going to go ahead and teach you a little bit more control and get you connected to that process.
That's right. Just strengthening those muscles is not enough. You also want to connect to them in different positions and ranges of motion. This stability is very important for your ability to do any kind of a pressing or even pulling movement. Some people notice they get stronger in their bench presses just from strengthening some of these stabilizers. Look, we post a new video every single day, so subscribe to this channel. Also, check out our 30 days of coaching. It's available for free at mindpumpmedia.com.